This is week 5 of the Beaver Geoguessr League. And yeah, this is the make or break week. This decides the playoffs because every team has some sort of path to the playoff, no matter how dumb it is, like with Colorado and Green Bay. Now I'm on Bloomington. Bloomington is 3-1, and we don't even control our own destiny because the East is just that much better than the West. So yeah, we could win by quite a bit this week and still lose because Green Bay can beat Wisconsin. So yeah, I'll just try to play my best. I mean, Pittsburgh is undebatably one of the top two teams, them and Wisconsin. So yeah, it's about all I can say. Let's do this. All right, no funny business. I don't know how hard this week is. About the same as last week. Oh, there's not a bunch of clues on this one's the problem. No fronts. I mean, this type of road texture, does that say where we are? Something sewer. It looks like an NE. I can't read that though. Unless it's. No, it's not that way. Surely not. Because that looks like sewer, but if we could read that, that'd be very helpful. Dalton. I don't think we're in Dalton. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's not. I don't think. I think that's the Northern Pine, because I think that'll. I think this looks like an Indiana or a Michigan. We're on a curved road though, so we can't use grids. I mean, east, northeast. Like that's not telling of anything, but if we can find an east northeast grid in anywhere in Indiana or Michigan, I'll go there. I mean, yeah, Indiana's all like east west. Well, Indianapolis. I mean, Detroit's on a bit of a slant. I might go Detroit because like you can't see anything on those license plates beside there's no fronts. I mean, Detroit makes sense here, surely. Like that tree, that's definitely Midwest. I mean, this type of house, I think it's gonna be one of these three states, probably Michigan or Indiana. Let's throw Detroit down. New Jersey. Oh, it's Pennsylvania. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's not good. That just feels weird for Pennsylvania, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it might just be a skill issue, but the fact that this is, can we get a better view of this stupid sewer? No, we can't. Of course we can't. Is there anything else to see? Can we see that how? Yeah, we can't see anything on the license plate, so I don't blame my guess. All right. Yeah, it's such an RIP skill issue. All right, round 2, Burnside Quartz. I think this will be at Washington. Yeah, green plates. Does that say which city we're in? Because all I see is Burnside. I bet at least one person sees that and goes New Jersey. Maybe not. But yeah, that's the hollowed out shell of front plate, and that's the mirror blocking the front plate. Yeah, that's a front plate. Yeah, I mean, I doubt this is Oregon. Only problem is where do I guess in like Seattle? Because it's like not per. It's like a north. This might be a one-off street. Because like that curves to where it's like. Actually, wait, no, that curves to where it's more awkward. No, never mind. So maybe this is like could be in like Puyallup. Also could be further north. That's the problem. And like going up here versus going down there, that's like 500 points difference. The problem is I don't really know if there's any tell of which direction or which side of the metro area, I guess. I mean, I think south would be a bit better hedge in case it's some Portland somehow. Unless it's like Vancouver. No, it's Vancouver. Come on. Actually, am I cooking with Vancouver? Oh, I mean that's a W. I'm not gonna go Vancouver. It's too high risk. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go like there. It, it was. Oh, what? Okay, that is not good. So it was like along that. I should have like seen that and with the grid known, but whatever. Yeah, I'm still pretty sure that was a Washington Green play though. Still, only at 6,000 in round three. It's not great. And this one isn't looking too much better either. Yeah, that's a front plate. Is that an Ohio flag or an American flag? I think that's an American flag. But this is a yield sign. I think that's a like this area of the country again. And again, I tried to reason out that area of the country last time, and it was freaking Pennsylvania. These houses, honestly, they look more southern, but only by a little bit. Like this house looks more western, but that house looks southern. So I think it's just gonna be in Indiana still. It might be like a it's like this type of road. This should be in Indiana unless it's like some crazy Texas. But like that you wouldn't find that in Texas or anywhere in the South really. Um, it's kind of forested though. That's the problem. Which makes me think like a Cincinnati, but no, because that's the police flag, and that has to be American flag. So it is front plates though. I think that's a front plate. So maybe it's Missouri. Hmm. I think St. Louis. It wouldn't be too bad of a guess here. Yeah, it was across in Illinois, but yeah. Okay, that was a better guess. Okay, we're climbing a bit back up. I mean, we're still probably in the bottom half of the rankings right now, but I did see two of my teammates in the top five, so that's a good sign. All right, four. This is Florida. Should be. This feels more northern Florida. Monastery, Silverstone. Um, around with like I don't know if this is a meta or not, but I feel like a road with like no shoulders like this. This is like a Gainesville, Florida. I'm not gonna guess there yet, but yeah, no fronts. I mean, it's just the trees and like the round as a whole. I mean, definitely not too far south. Because I mean, I feel like this dense vegetation that's like something you'd see in like the more swamp areas up here. I mean, it still could be like all the way Panhandle or Tallahassee though. I mean, it could be a bit further south, but I don't see it unless it's like some small town. Do we see anything on that? I mean, because we don't have any Florida like area codes to go off of. I mean, I only know 407 as Orlando, but I'm just trying to find a reason to not guess in Gainesville. It's just that I feel like my insight is saying like, yeah, this is gonna be Pensacola and you're gonna lose, but I'm not gonna listen to that. It's just I think it's between this and Tallahassee. All right, look at that. Wait, look at the polls. They seem okay. I'm switching to Tallahassee. No reason, but this feels more right. And why did I switch, bro? What the heck? Yeah, you don't switch. And this Northern Orlando, yeah, that's a rip. Mm, that if we lose by 2,000 points, that's why. All right, round five. I mean, we're still on the table for 19,000. That should put us at least halfway in standings. Because like these are not. This is probably the hardest week so far. I mean, maybe week 1 was harder, but like none of these are. This is definitely not a cakewalk round. This is harder than last week. So that thinking is no beach court. I'm conflicted. This feels northern, but it's a bit warm northern. But none of this that doesn't feel like a Nevada. Well, it is a front place, so we can rule out like Arizona. But it's like it doesn't look like a Nevada plate. It doesn't look like a Washington or Idaho plate, and clearly don't know what Oregon plates are. So, is that city of something? City of we. What? Every time we get a stupid wheelie bin that says the city in big letters, they're always just slightly too far away. Is that city of Kennewick? No. Like city of. It looks like if I had to make a word out of that, is whistling, but that's not a city. Like, I mean, I think I can go in Utah. I mean, people who recognize the city, I think I could just go somewhere in here. California. That was Visalia. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that felt like a bit too much of non-white to be a California play, but I'm just a noob apparently. Yeah, that is not a good week. All right, so I'll assume I'll be bottom 10 in the week with 16,000. Yeah, 10th out of 14. And for the next part of this video, I'll just recap. So, unsurprisingly, we lost. I mean, we did play Pittsburgh, who's won, I think, 10 games in a row, counting all seasons. So this will be the last Beaver Geoguessr video for like 4 weeks now. So we're not in the playoffs. I think we'd be a third if there was like 6 teams in the playoffs. So let's just go to challenges to see how unwell I did, because I didn't do great. Sold I definitely sold week 5. Yeah, this was one. The only one I really only messed up terribly on round 5. That one I should have at least gone somewhere in California. I mean, I used the east-west method for round 5 to like reason Utah, but I should have known based on the climate. It should have been further like in drier in California. Also, mountains didn't make sense for Utah, but whatever. I mean, this one is also gettable. I did look up the license plate. I'll show it on screen now. That's not a typical Oregon plate, because on Oregon it's only one party green, but I had like 2 or whatever. But I should have gone at least Vancouver because of how I use grids a lot, but whatever. So I didn't finish. I think I finished bottom. Yeah, I finished 7th from. No, shoot, I did not want to do that, but I think I finished. Yeah, I finished 8th from last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So definitely not great, but so is the way of the Beaver Geoguessr League. Good week from Armadillo. I mean, it's just Pittsburgh going off all again. Good job, J-Pop and KP, holding our team together, even though it did not really matter. All right, round 1. This was the Pennsylvania. Let's see how many people got the area. I'll count KP in Delaware, and then only 4 went in this area. Another went in the central PA, 2 in Richmond, and like the rest just all spread out. So I saw the clump in Atlanta. There's like 3 in Nashville, Columbus, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and then all of us up in Detroit, and a couple in Chicago as well, and just like hedging this area as a whole. So yeah, there wasn't really any indicators on that round. Let's be honest. I mean, if that many people miss a round, like, be for real. I mean, literally everyone was this side of the answer. Like, no one was guessing up here. All right, round two. I mean, I should have known to not go up there, but it is what it is. I mean, I think the best thing I can get out of this week is that I at least called the answer for the most part. Well, not the precise answer, but a very close guess for most of them. And yeah, there's a couple people out there for whatever reason in the California. Bend is an interesting guess. I mean, all these make sense. Round three, yeah, there's a bunch in Chicago. I think it was an obvious Illinois play that I just missed, and that's how people figured out. Because I mean, there's two of us on the Missouri side of St. Louis, but I mean, these six just on it in Illinois, well, seven really. I mean, I guess you can count those, but not quite as much. And yeah, just a bunch more spread out. And then round four, I switched off the answer. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, it's just a bunch in this quarter. I-4, a few south and a few north. So Sandman went Tallahassee with me. That's good. Knowing that I'm not the only person to get it wrong for that reason. Yeah, I probably should have guessed and just stuck with Gainesville making up a meta that doesn't exist. And round five, yeah, that's not good. Obviously, I mean, third furthest person out. I mean, these two and East Coast, and then yeah. So how many went Visalia? Just KP who got the 5K. Good job. And then that's including KP. That's six? No, seven. And no, I'm not making a joke. And obviously a bunch more in Fresno because Central Valley hedge. Obviously a lot more in LA, but yeah, not the best week. I mean, always have next season. You can always say that, but I mean, I'm not the only good player who had an off week. I mean, and teammate Bunny, he's been worse than me overall, but he had a bad week. AJ had a bad week. He's been like top 10 the rest of the season pretty much. Ben Beaver, they both had fairly bad weeks. Like, I'm not the only one who fluked. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So GG's and good luck to everyone in the playoffs.